Hello, Nissim J. How are you? Good morning. Where are you? Are you in Kisii already? Or you in Nairobi? The other day I saw you in Nairobi. Nissim J. How are you? Oh, happy to see you here. I hope you're doing good. You see what we're having here after 2 weeks? Our chickens are growing, and yeah, you can see how they are looking. This is after 2 weeks actually. This is how big they have grown. They are developing wings. That's what I can see. You see? So this is after 2 weeks. Hey Kayabo, Kalabo, Kalabo. How are you, my sister? Kalabo. Thank you so much for the like. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Much love to you, Kalabo. Greetings, mommy. How are you? Thank you. Yeah, we're having our chickens, you see. This is after 2 weeks. Actually, we brought them here on Wednesday. And this is what we're having after 2 weeks. So the thing is, they are developing. That's what I can see. Let me see, like this one here. You see these wings? They're developing these ones here. Good morning from Issa. Good morning to you, Winsome Edmondson. Greetings to you. Happy to have you here once again. Wow, happy to see you here. Thank you so much, Winsome Edmondson. Yeah, it's 12 here in Kenya, and I wanted to show you the progress of our chickens after 2 weeks, exactly 2 weeks. Yeah, so this is what we're having. They're growing, that's what I can see. They're developing wings, and that means that, oh, Triple Vanil, how are you, my brother? Oh, how are you? First time having you on my channel on a live stream. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate. Wow, triple vanilla. Can you imagine? They are growing so fast. Yeah, for sure. They are because we want to feed. We normally feed them during the day and the night. You know. Triple. I am okay for my Issa. Can you imagine triple vanilla? Yeah. So this is where we are. This is what we are doing. I'm making this video from Kisii, Kenya, my home actually. When I started this project, initially we didn't have such a structure, and it was really challenging for me. And through my audience, I got some support and constructed this one, and I'm really very grateful for it. So this time around, one thing I'm seeing is that I can raise these chickens more effectively, more efficiently, without much struggles, and that's why we are making this progress. Triple vanilla. Thank you so much. Hope you are too. Okay, for me, triple, I've not been well for sure. I haven't been so well. Some issues around me, surrounding me, but I'm getting along well. I hope I'll be okay. I hope I'll be very okay very soon. Yeah, so Looks very well organized in there. Yeah, for sure. It is very much organized. The thing is now at least I have the feeders and the drinkers. Of course, I also made some of these timber feeders, but I also have these ones here. These are the plastic ones. So at least now, and of course, the light source or the heat source is also there for me. So it's doing well. That's what I can say. And in case we don't have the electricity, I normally use this one here. So there's also another space here for more chickens. This way we started with these 200. Actually, there are two. But again, we also have another space here. So we have an extra space for more chickens. So this house is very big for sure. And we thank God for it. Yeah, you will be okay. Thank you so much. Triple vanilla. Can you imagine? Triple. Yeah, so this is where we are. And I'm really very grateful. Of course, I'm at home. For those of you who don't know, this is how my home looks like. I think my phone is attached to electricity. Let me see. Yeah, so Triple, this is my home. This is where I come from. It's 12 here. I think it could be about 6 or 7 or 8 at your place. But this is where I come from. So it's a planting season. We want to plant, people are planting corn. If you can see the space that has already been plowed, that's corn been planted and some beans. Of course, we have tea. Past that fence, we have tea. And yeah, this is where we come from. A lot of bananas and other things. How much for 100 chicken now? 100 chickens for now is let's see, it's in terms of US dollars, I think it's like 120 USDs. 120 USD. That's like how many Canadian dollars? About 150 Canadian dollars. You get the chickens for 100 chickens. Your land looks so fresh. Yeah, it is Triple. It is because if I was to take you and show you maybe a few of the things that we have here in our farm, you will see pumpkin leaves. I don't know whether you do you eat pumpkin leaves, Triple Vanilla? Let me know. Do you eat pumpkin leaves? When you come to Kisii, if it happens that you come to Kenya or in Kisii, one thing that you're gonna get, of course, we harvested beans from this place. Yeah, this is just you see, if we uproot all this place is still very fresh for planting. You see, it's just soil, so it's just very fresh and very fertile. Yeah, so one thing that is doing very well here is the pumpkin leaves. I just ate some 10 minutes ago. Oh, you mean you ate some pumpkin leaves? You know, I'm surprised some other parts of the world people don't eat pumpkin leaves, but for us here it's one of the favorite vegetables. And even the pumpkins themselves, you see, like these ones here. Yeah, so this is a pumpkin here. I don't eat pumpkin leaves, but I want to try it. Yeah, so when you come to Kenya, that will be on your menu. When you come to Kenya, that will be part of the vegetables that you're gonna eat here in Kenya, especially in Kisii. It's very common. Especially if mama prepares pumpkin leaves for you, she's the best. Like, she knows how to prepare, you know. Some indigenous food is well prepared by elderly mamas. They do better than the young ones because they know how to do it. They have done it for long. So yeah, so Triple says I had picked some from the garden and we cooked for dinner here. Because I wasn't born in Australia, I still eat what I grew up eating sometimes. Oh, so Triple, I thought you are originally from Australia. Oh, me, I've always thought that you are from Australia. Winsome says Okay, fine. Yeah. So let me see. I just ate some. Okay. Yeah. I always thought that you are from Australia. That has always been my thinking. Because I'm not sure. Some parts like the Caribbean, they don't eat pumpkin leaves. You know, they don't eat pumpkin leaves, but they eat the pumpkins. But honestly, pumpkin leaves are very nutritious and very delicious. So you should try. Win some when you come. Make sure you try them when you come. So, so this is what we're having here. And I just came to check on them, and I said I have to share with you and show you how they look like at 2 weeks. Came when I was 3 years old, but grew up eating Mata's cooking, which was African food sometimes. Oh, so Triple, are you from Africa? Like, are you from Africa? Are you from Africa? Are you from Africa? Yeah, so, and if it's Africa, which part of Africa? Maybe you're from Kenya, and perhaps from Kisii, Kenya. Yeah. Eh, Zambia born, but grew up in Australia. Oh, nice. Zambia born. Oh, yeah, my brother from Zambia. Wow, that's great. That's great. That's great. A riding distance. Can you imagine? A riding distance. A riding distance. It's been amazing, amazing. You've done a great job, especially for Percy. And For me, I always thank God for you because what you did for Percy, all of you guys, especially the team for Percy, was awesome and it's very wonderful job. Well done. That was my wish when I advised the Percy to start a YouTube channel. And only that a few days ago, actually almost a month, I can't say when was that, I got criticism of being one of the channel's moderators. Uh, but honestly speaking, I became a moderator even when nobody had subscribed for Percy's channel. My intention was to see how best we can help her because when I was on the ground and we worked together with Percy at Marwa's place, I realized that she was really very much in need. At that particular time, as much as we were all in need, sometimes I felt like she was more needed than another person because she was a widow. She's a widow with children that she needs to take to school. No one to support her, and she was really struggling much. So for me, I did it from the bottom of my heart, like encouraging her to get a phone through the support of she got a phone through credit. She got a phone through credit actually, and that was my pure advice. And in the process, of course, we started a channel, and I helped her to open a channel actually. And in the process, of course, we made the first video. I want to believe that if it's not me who made the first video, but I was among the people who made the first video for her. And In the process, I became a channel moderator. I didn't have anything like people. I just received some criticism, but it doesn't really hurt me much because I understand the situations out there. Each and every one of us has got different perceptions, different feelings, but it's all life. But the good thing, you have come to support her, and I thank God for everything that you've done for Percy. It's always nice to try and help when you can, for sure. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Can you imagine? So it's just great. Yeah, thank you so much, Winsome Edmondson. You're also one of the wonderful ladies out there. I mean, just may God bless you so much. Winsome, I really thank God for you because of your, like, you have this heart. In fact, the two of you, Triple and Winsome, you almost have the same heart. I helped because she's a widow and I saw a video of her making some bricks. It makes me want to help in some way. I did my best and tried to build something so our kids can also enjoy for generations. Can you imagine, Triple? And may God bless you so much for that. May God bless you so much for that. You know, may God bless you so that. You know what? With Triple, I have a sister of mine. You know, this is private, but at least let me be honest about it. Who is also a widow, and I've seen her raise her children, and I've seen the struggles she had as a single parent. So when I met Percy, it just came to my picture the struggles she'd be having or she's having, and in the process, that's how I end up, engaging her and trying to advise her on what to do. I was really not sure if she gonna make it, but I told her, Percy, you have to do it because it's possible. I mean, uh, much has happened in between, and one could see her as a bad girl, a woman, or depending on how you perceive somebody. Uh, but all that is, I'm not really associated with whatever has ever happened. So a few days ago, I wasn't really very happy because I just received a lot of criticism, and I want to insist on that. Whoever is doing it should really stop because I'm not really, I don't have any intentions, like bad intentions, by being Percy's moderator. This is something that happened even before anybody had already subscribed to our YouTube channel because I just supported that to start a channel. So whoever feels like I'm not doing the right thing, or I don't know, whichever something wrong someone may think about me, that's very wrong. So it's been an interesting 1 year helping Percy. Can you imagine? Yeah, it's very wholesome. When I look at the house that you guys have helped Percy to construct, I feel like God is really wonderful. You know, God is really great because even when there is no hope, there's hope at the end of the tunnel. You know, I'm very sure, I'm pretty sure she never knew that at some point she could have such a house at her place at this particular time. It never came to her mind. But through God's will, it has happened. Can you imagine? So, yeah, I understand lots of ups and downs, lots of ups and downs, and lots of ups and downs, lots of ups and downs. I understand, but I know God didn't uh, let you down, guys. So it was just awesome. It was awesome. It was awesome. It was great. That was really great. Yeah, it was really great. So this is me here. It's in the afternoon. My front camera is not really very good. That's why you may not really see me very well. Keep doing good. People will say what they want to say. Yeah, win some. That's it. That's it. You know. One thing I've come to realize: even if you do good, people will always come after you. If you do bad, still people will always say something about you. So people have always different perceptions, different understanding. You know. Um, um, that is it. Like people has got different, like how we perceive things is always different, and people tend to judge people without going deeper and getting to understand like the basis or the genesis of like any engagement or friendship, or like people will see you with me, and because I'm Farmer Issa and you're you, and because I'm an enemy of somebody, then that's the end of everything. So for me, I hope all will be well with me, because I don't hold grudges. I don't hate anybody. You know, that's me. I come from Kisi. I have no issues to do with the people in Yambuanse. So me, I'm clean, and I thank God for it. So Triple says, yo, so yes, I understand when they people gave you some trouble. It happens to me to, as they have seen my name there for a long time, but I try to focus and do as much as I can. Yeah, for sure. That's what really happened. But I really don't know why, because by being a moderator, if someone does wrong, that wrong should not be associated with somebody who intends to support. Because my intention was just to support, like any other person who wishes to support any person wherever he or she is. So you don't become bad by being associated with Farmer Issa. As much as I've done wrong, you don't become bad because your intentions towards Farmer Issa was good. So I think that's where we need to draw the line, that let's not charge, let's not criticize, let's not give, let's not, let's not talk bad about somebody because this person is associated with, yeah. So, but you are doing well, farmer. Yeah, I'm doing well. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Isn't that a few challenges here and there, and yeah, we have to. That's normal. It's normal. Hello, Lord, host, and everyone. African Robito, how are you, Robito? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Don't be discouraged. Yeah, for sure, I won't be discouraged because of that. I won't be discouraged, but sometimes we really become so much disappointed because some mere issues brings about this disunity, this like you are the friends, you meet people online, like I meet you today, we are friends. All of a sudden, because I met somebody that you don't like, or because I've done something that towards somebody you may not really like, then I'm just all of a sudden I'm your enemy, or you become I become your enemy. So that one for sure is not really good. But the good thing that I want to tell people out there is that Farmer Issa is an independent man. I'm an hardworking man, and yeah, of course, I believe in myself. So sometimes, yeah, life has to continue, you know. Yeah. So, hello, African Lopito. How are you, my dear? Welcome. This is first time I'm seeing you here. I hope you are doing good. Yeah. Hello, African Lopito from Winsome, and greetings from Tripovania. Yeah. So that's it. But honestly speaking, I respect everybody in Nyaboanse. They're all good people. The differences are meant to grow them, so long as they don't go further to fight. Like for example, I've seen some trying to do some fights and all that, but I hope they at some point they'll come together and work as a team. You know. Yes. Yeah. So, how are you, African Lobito? Greetings. We are here. We are having chickens. Let me know where you are when you come to Kenya, and Kisii, to be precise. You're gonna have some of these chickens. Yeah. Let me know where you are. Thank you so much for the likes. If you haven't even liked the video, I wanna ask you in a very humble way to kindly like the video. Lots of good people, just keep away from people who can bring you trouble. Lots of good people. Yeah, for sure. Just keep away from people who can bring you trouble. Choose peace and you will be okay on your YouTube channel. Yeah, for sure. That's what I'm realizing. That's why even my content, even the type of content that I'm doing, a little bit changed, and most of my audience for sure changed in a way. And I said, if it means doing a video and having 50 views, but my views that I really don't complain, I'm okay with that. Me, I'm okay with that. I can't have much trouble with that, because at the end of the day, we need to grow independent channels. If at all I need to grow myself to some levels to where others have already reached, I have to try my best to grow a channel independently without necessarily depending on particular subscribers or even audience. But I need to look for ways of attracting my own, if indeed I need to grow. That's the truth. Like I can't hide, or I can't go away from that. It's just the reality of life, that indeed if you want to grow, try to grow independently and you'll make it in life. Yeah, but honestly speaking, um, it just becomes disturbing, especially when someone decides to attack you because of something that you really feel that is not worthy being attacked, or you haven't done something wrong to an extent of being criticized or attacked in any way. Yeah, yeah. So, but I thank God for everything. I thank God for the far that I've come, and I hope I'll just make it in life through many other things other than YouTube. YouTube is just part of what we are doing to see if all will go well with us, but it doesn't mean that that's everything for us. Yeah, so thank you so much, Vanille, for sharing with me and for the encouraging words. I really appreciate. Uh, thank God for you being here, and I hope you are doing well over there in Australia. And by the way, what's the time of now? Some people have low views but have big projects because people liked the character they showed and the efforts they made with the videos they made. You never know the kind of subscribers you may have. Yeah, for sure. Me, I know that I have the best subscribers. I have triple. I have the best subscribers. I have I have I believe in my subscribers for sure. Let me tell you something. I believe in my subscribers. Uh, so long as you come and say hello to me like this, for me, even that is enough, because the kind of encouragement you're gonna give me, like what you've done today, is just amazing for me. Small things that happens for me, I really appreciate. So me, I have never, even just as I told you, even the house that we have here is a support from one of my subscribers, and for me, it's a great um, um, progress for me. So yeah, just as you said, you never know the type of subscribers you're having. Yeah, you have such good land, so fresh. Oh, we have such good land for sure. Our land here is so nice, so fresh. Let me tell you something. In our country here, Kenya, Kisii is one of the best. Let me put this one here. I want to see if I can show you outside. So Kisii has got one of the best climate here in Kenya. You see, even how it looks outside. So it's very cool, wet, but we have sun throughout the year. Like, so the weather is characterized by sunshine in the morning, some clouds in the afternoon, like what you see up there, and then we may have some rains. So mostly the afternoons here in Kisii are characterized by rain. Rain, you know, we normally have rains in the afternoons here in Kisii, Kenya. Just a few days we didn't have rainfall for about 1 month, but since then we are having rainfall, and we thank God for it. People are planting now. It's a planting season. We have one of the best climates here in Kenya for sure. If someone got a piece of land and start to do any form of farming, I'm very sure it does very well here. What happened? I went to acquire some piece of land from our neighborhood in Maasai land. We have the Maasais here in Kenya. I think you could be aware of the Maasais. Like for example, we have Maasai. How do we call them? The passport with them. How does it say? A Maasai with the passport. So the Maasai with the passport is one of the people. Just give God thanks and keep moving to higher places. Yeah, for sure. We have the Maasai here in Kenya, and people from Kisii land, because of the size of land here in Kisii is not really very enough. So people get from this place to go and acquire land in our neighborhood in Maasai land to do farming. But for decades, we have always had issues with our Maasai community, especially when it comes to cattle rustling. So, for instance, a few days ago, some cows were lost, were stolen from Kisii, Kenya, and they were taken to Maasai land. And in the process, some war was triggered between the Kisis and the Maasais. So who are going to do some farming in Maasai land, we have farmers from Kisii who went there to plant sugarcane, which is almost ready for harvesting. We have farmers like me who went there to do vegetable farming and other things. So we lost all of them. Like most of the sugarcane plantations were put on fire. Our vegetables, we were never able to reach them and go to harvest because we needed to do harvesting and sell them to markets and other places. So that's how we lost. So those are some of the challenges that we face here in the village. Yeah, but I see Monica. Oh, hey, hello, my sister. Greetings to you, Monica. How are you? Hello, Monica. Greetings. Happy to have you here this afternoon. I hope you are doing good. I'm really very happy to see you here. Thank you so much for the love and support. May God bless you so much, Sister Monica. I really appreciate for the love and support. So those are some of the challenges that we face in the village. And actually we lost. I want to be very honest. People underwent a lot of losses. But that's not the end of everything. I think it's just the beginning. Yeah, so thank you so much, Monica. Can you imagine? This is the progress we're having here at our chicken house. So our chickens are growing for sure, you see? Yeah, so our chickens are growing. Our chickens are growing. Our chickens are growing. Yeah, so thank you so much for being here. It's a Wednesday afternoon and it's very hot out here today, but there are signs of rain, so I think we'll be having some rainfall thereafter. Yeah, so So stay away from there. Plant somewhere else. Yeah, I'm really scared that to go back to that place. I'm told some have already gone there, but not men. If you are a man and you are going to that place, you are risking your life because those who are mostly attacked are men. So uh, we lost lives. It's very unfortunate that we lost lives from both sides. Yeah, we lost lives, and it's very unfortunate. Neighboring communities being at war because of stolen cows. Very unfortunate. Though I'm told some politics are being played, so but we really don't. We can't substantiate about that. But I hope, yeah, people died. We lost lives. We lost lives from both the cases and the Maasais, and it's very unfortunate for that. You know, it's very unfortunate that it happened. Yeah. This is so bad. That's so bad. It's very bad that people could go to fight for. It's very unfortunate that people can go out there and fight because of cows. Like someone comes to steal from you, and all of a sudden it triggers war between two communities, leading to loss of lives, loss of property at this particular time. So we're in the 21st century, but still people can't live together in harmony. I'm told some cultural practices trigger that. Like, my heart goes out to the families who lost their loved ones. Rest in peace. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Um, yeah, it just happened that people had to lose lives because of that. So, but the other day, governors from both counties, the Narok County and the Kisi County met, and we met as the communities and we preached peace between us, and we hope going forward we are not going to lose more lives. Yeah, we are not going to lose more lives. So we hope that we are not going to lose more lives. Can you imagine right now if I travel to that place, I won't be settled. I can't even work because I feel like, hey, somebody coming for me. So, and remember it's in the bush, like in the farms, sugarcane farms, uh, no houses nearby. So, can you imagine? It's really scary. We can't make it that place again. We had a lot of droughts. We didn't harvest well. Later on, we had a lot of we had war. Sorry. Esfon, how are you, my brother? Greetings. Esfon Ochengo, how are you? Greetings to you, Esfon. Happy to have you here, bro. Thank you so much. And thank you for the like. I'm good, okay? Oh, thank you so much, Esfon. I really appreciate having you here. Guys, I have a story. I have a story that I wish to share with you. Um, from the village, a Kisi village here in Kisi village. Um, and I know it would be very much interesting for you, as much as you may not really understand the Kisi culture, the Kisi rights of like the cultural practices amongst the Kisi people. Uh, yeah, Triple says share it. It's a little bit long, but I hope you wanna have time to listen because I want to meet somebody. I could have met him today. I'm not sure if I will manage to be there today. Uh, but it's a story that was on here for the last like 2 weeks now. I think one and some days. Yeah, let's say 2 weeks, some 10 days. Um, it was done in Kisi, the Kisi language, but I'm trying to see how best I can do it because of you guys, my audience. You know, I was thinking of starting another channel for the Kisi, but I feel like there's a way we can do it, so at least people out there can get to 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 learn from it. You know, some lessons. As much as it's more of a Kisi cultural, um, uh, you know. Uh, uh, so this is the story. There's a lady. Her name is Janet. So we want to have a number of names. So you have to be very careful and very uh, you need to be very careful in terms of remembering the names. So we have Janet. Janet is a lady uh, who has been married to Tom. Okay, she's married to Tom. That's the story. She's married to Tom. Uh, Tom starts a business for Janet, okay, and a hotel business. So according to Tom, Janet gets into a love affair with another man called, okay, we don't have the name of the man, but let's call him Enoch for this story. Yeah, so in the process, Tom and Janet bat with, let me shortly, like they have quarrels and at the end of the day, they don't live together, you know. I'm told there's another, okay, in the process, um, Janet leaves Tom to go to another village to get married to another man called Henry. So, but Janet has been brought to this home of Henry by the mother-in-law. That's the mother to Henry, in collaboration with sister to Janet. So the sister to Janet is married nearby to 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 Henry's place. Okay, so we have Henry, we have Tom. Henry is going to be the second husband to Janet. But here in our village, in our cultural setup, not like now, sometimes back, we used to have this type of relationship where um, uh, I am introduced to a lady, or a lady is being introduced to me by a relative. Okay, so it's like for us here we call it escano. Someone is brought to me by a relative. That's a lady being introduced to me by a relative. In the process, we get to know each other. Most of the time, we could just marry. It's not. It was just a matter of. It wasn't really a matter of love, but in the process, you guys just get married. I think Esfon can explain better for me here because it's from my community. So, so a sister to Janet, together with the mother-in-law, that's the mother to Henry, another villagers. I not really include all the villagers at this place, but some few of them. They brought in Janet to Henry's place. Okay, but Henry was married. Henry was married to a lady called Jacqueline. So Jacqueline could not get children. She was how do we call these people? These ladies who don't get children, who don't give birth. Like who was in the Bible? Who in the Bible could not give children? Was it who was that? The husband to the wife to, was it Sarah? I think it was like Sarah. So it, she's like Sarah. She was barren. Okay, thank you. You see? Yeah, so Jacqueline was barren. And as we speak, Jacqueline, of course, she's there. The other day I had her talk. I saw her speak. She was barren for sure. So in the process of bringing in Janet, the mother-in-law to Jacqueline and other village people, they forcefully got out. Yeah, it was Abraham's wife. They forcefully got out Jacqueline so that Janet can come in simply because Jacqueline doesn't get children. So when Janet was coming in, of course she had children. She had a daughter, and according to Jacqueline, Janet was also expecting. That's according to Jacqueline. You know, we tend to believe Jacqueline better than another person in this stage. So Jacqueline says when Janet was brought in, she was expecting, but she also had a daughter. She could be about 5 years old, I think. So so Jacqueline was evicted. Henry said, "I'm not going to accept Janet. If you take, if you throw away my wife, who is called Jacqueline, then I have to get out with her." So they left. They left and went to live a nearby town called Mogonga. It's not just around here, not very far. So they went to a place called Mogonga. That's where they settled. I'm told, Jacqueline says, after a few days, she went to school. She went to college. Henry, who was a secondary teacher, I'm told, she says she was at some point he was involved on a road in a road accident, and after some time he lost his life. So remember, Janet has been brought at home to Henry's place, and Henry is no longer there to live with her. So I'm told in the process again, Janet left and went back to his husband called Tom. It's a long story because a lot of false statements are being made, especially from Janet. So now that, okay, while Janet was away and Jacqueline was in school, Tom passed away. Now, when Henry passed away, Janet came. I don't know how he managed to come. He just came. She came, and she participated in the burial of Henry. And according to our tradition, I think you can't do that if dowry has not been paid. So in the process, dowry was being paid to Janet's parents. Okay, Jacqueline says her cows that she had already looked for, like worked for, were the ones that were being paid to Janet's home. That's according to Jacqueline. But some others also say one of Henry's cows and another cow from the father side, from Henry's father, they were the ones that went to Janet's home. Remember now Henry's death. Janet is here to see her husband off. So according to the traditions, there are some activities that take place that you have to do, like during the burial, like drawing sand to the grave. That's being conducted by it's being done. Normally, you have to do it as for close family members. It's a way of seeing your loved one off, you know, and it's a sign of, you know, I didn't have any other, we didn't, we were in good terms, like you wish your loved one well. It's a way of saying it's a farewell, like bye bye. You know, you have to throw sand and other things. So Janet did that. After a few days, Janet left. She left and went to her husband's place. That's Tom. Now Janet calls Tom as a boyfriend. It's something that you're gonna get to understand. She says she was never married at Tom's place. There's a reason as to why she wants to say so. She's been staying with Tom till a time when the mother-in-law, now that's Henry's mother, passed away. Then she came. But before she came, the father to Janet was in dilemma, because in our culture, if dowry has already been paid and you have left that home where dowry has already been paid, it has to come back. You can't get married to another place. You can't receive dowry like 2 times, you know, from this home and another home, or 2 men bringing dowry to the same home. It doesn't happen here in our culture. So the mother to Janet had to do what? Had to return dowry to Henry's home. So the father to Henry is called Christopher. So I think that's the, let's use Christopher. So remember now, we have Christopher who is the father-in-law to Janet. But remember, Janet is also married to another man called Tom. So Janet, in both sides, Tom's home, Tom lost her parents, and Janet went there to bury their parents, both the mother and the father. The 2 burials, Janet appeared there, and Janet represented herself as Tom's wife. And when Henry's mother passed away on the other side, she came. This time she comes to apologize to the community that, oh, you know what, I was married, of course I left this place, and I got engaged to a certain man, but we were never married. She was just my boyfriend, you know. And as a young woman, you know, it's obvious that you can get someone to take care of you when you've been left by your husband. That's what she tells this other place. On the other side, while she was on this Tom, who she says is her boyfriend, she does projects over there. She constructs a house, and Tom says, and the community actually on the other side says, Janet is a wife to Tom. She's been here. She's got 4 children, and we have seen those children grow here. And yeah, we know her as our sister-in-law, as our daughter-in-law. Sorry. So we're wondering that Janet is denying the fact that she's been married here. You know, that's according to them. Now, it has come to a point where it looks like Janet wants to, like, she was married twice, you know. So she comes back to Christopher's home. Remember now, we don't have the mother-in-law who was spearheading her coming to this home, simply because Jacqueline will not, she was a barren. So she's no longer there. Now she says, remember, cows has been returned, sorry. So it means like the marriage between Janet and Christopher's home, or between Henry and Janet, is no longer there. But she comes and claims that, you know, I want to be here as Henry's wife. As Henry's wife. And now Christopher is like, how can you be here while, even after the cows, that dowry, has been returned, you know, from your home to this place? It's like the marriage between you and my late son is no longer there. You know, that's according to Christopher. So, in order to see herself through, Janet goes ahead. I don't want to say that it's really a fact or it's a it's a lie, but that's the state. According to Janet, that's the statement she makes. She says, "My father-in-law forcefully wants me to sleep with him." Like the father-in-law now called Christopher wants her sexually. Let me say so. Like I hope that doesn't is not doesn't bring much trouble with YouTube. Like she like he wants Janet to be like her wife. Let me say like his wife. She can't be Henry's wife as long as what? Wife as Henry rejected her when he realized he could need to let go of Jacqueline. So marriage never was signed and completed. Yeah. So okay, according to our culture, in a way, things can be done forcefully. You know, if you're not strong enough, if you're not, you know, so that's why Henry decided to like leave. But I think he could do much better than that because he could say, no, 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 no. Like, there's nothing that can happen between us. Whatever your plans are won't succeed. Me, I'm satisfied with, or I'm contented with Jacqueline because if it's all about children, it's all about God. It's God who gives children. I think that's where Henry didn't. But I think he was also not really very strong because the larger community, like the village members and other people, according to the statements, were against him. So he decided to like leave and stay away from the village. But when he left, actually, I'm told, Jacqueline says, when he was leaving, he told them, "Well, I've left, but I'll come back in a coffin, like in other ways, or in other words, I'll come back while not alive or dead." Let's say so. So that's how it happened. So it has come to a point when Christopher tells this Janet that you can't stay here at my home because the marriage is no longer existing. Now Janet goes ahead to accuse Christopher. You know that Christopher now wants to send her away because she has denied to grant him his wishes, and other things. So it's been a war. Actually, it's been a war between the two. Now Janet has succeeded to bring together the villagers, the village elder, and other village members, and they are now pulling together forces together against Christopher, and on the other side, Tom is begging Janet to bring him or to take back the children to his home because the children belong to Tom. Tom says those are my children, all of them actually. But Janet insists that the children that she's having belongs to Henry. That's now the controversies. Issues are rising, issues to do with DNA tests and other things are rising over there. And stories were made, YouTubers from my village or my community here in Kisi, they went there, they made stories with Janet, and in the process, Janet was successful to tell the viewers to donate or she was able to, especially the first videos, she was able to attract, how do we call it, is it mercy or how do we call it, when you want to, how do we call it, sympathy. People, she was able to attract sympathy from the viewers, and I'm told she was able to get some support. She got a lot of support, not even some. But later on, when people realized that Janet was lying, a number of things that according to what people watched and saw, even that's what I also feel like. So people are really very much regretting, and they are really very much bitter against um, Janet because she's lying a lot, and people feel like she should go back to Tom. That's where she belongs. And now, uh, of course, I made my way to that place. I met Christopher, and my wife there was now way to console him because um, no one has gone there to do a story with Christopher, and uh, no, you don't know these YouTubers. You don't know these YouTubers because they most of them are doing this content in Kisi language. So when they do in Kisi language, I don't think whether you will be able to you don't know these YouTubers for sure because I know one is called Kakasungura. That's the channel that is using. Another one I think is called Isaac Media. Another one is called Goosey Voice. Another one was there were 4 YouTubers, Kisi Informer. So all of them they are using Kisi language. Even the stories are done in Kisi. So, but since the larger audience of the views that were made or the videos were made came to realize that indeed Christopher is being undermined, you know, by Janet and the villagers. And these YouTubers didn't have the chance to engage Christopher and get to hear fully from Christopher's side because Christopher insists that indeed there was a marriage, there was they ended the marriage because there are signings done, some agreements done, she has evidence that indeed the father and him, they agreed that these cows will return. So there's no marriage between the two. And now, because Janet accuses her falsely, she's been ambushed and he has been, how can I say? He's been confronted and aggressively taken to police station. You know, he's been abused. Let me say so. He's been abused, and it's like the latter. It's like the latter part of the village is with Janet. That's according to what we watched. Even the village elder and one more, I think the nephew to Christopher, they are giving false. How do we say? Evidence. How do we say? Like when you give false evidence, is it evidence? How do we say? Like when you want to give evidence. Like I want to be. You are. In case you have a case and you want to invite someone to give evidence, and now these people are giving false testimonies or evidences, you know, and it's been very unfortunate for Christopher. I want to tell you, it's very rough. It's been very rough for Christopher. And now when I went there, when I told him that I also do content, but I don't do it in vernacular, in Kisi, but he told me, Farmer Issa, I wish you came, at least I could say something, because I want to say something to the audience out there. I was never given the opportunity to say, at least I want to, you know, first of all, he said, I've heard that people at last have come to know the truth. Yeah, false testimony. Thank you so much, Triple. Yeah, so at least I'm happy. That's what he said. At least I'm happy that people have come to know the truth, you know. But I wish you came, and we made a video, and at least I got to also say something out there for the people who watch the videos, just that, you know. And I'm like, so which channel should I use now? My channel, I don't use Kissy, but I was thinking, can I do it now? Triple, you wanna advise me? Because I was thinking of getting another channel and do it in Kissy, but I feel like that's a process. Can we do a story with this Mzee? Give his views, I mean, give his statements, and then I translate. I try to translate. At least now you have the story. You know, that was the issue with me. My audience here, they didn't have the story. Of course, the story is out there, but even if I tell you one, listen to that story, you can't get it because it's in Kissy. So a lot of issues are rising in between them. People are suggesting for them to go for DNA tests so that to identify the children, you know. Uh, the cases in the police, I mean, there was a case, and it was determined, I don't know how it was determined, but I think Christopher went to appeal and other things, you know. Yeah, you can be giving us the stories we can understand. Yeah, for sure. I think that's what I need to do. Instead of going to start another channel, you know, that's being unfair that you're all there. Especially something that's really critical here in the village, but it's on social media as we speak. Janet has been interviewed, Christopher has been interviewed. It's only Tom who has not been interviewed, but Tom says he has the birth certificates for the children and they are his children. Janet has been interviewed. People from Tommy's place have been interviewed, and people from Janet's place have been interviewed, and they are saying, yes, indeed, the dowry was returned. Busy at work, but watching you. Thank you, Elizabeth. Do you have this story I'm talking about? It all depends. You have more people who speak that language as your audience. No, for this channel, for Farmer Issa channel, I want to be very honest. Like right now, as we speak, I'm having you here, and when someone was here, it's only Janet, Elizabeth, and Esphon who are cases. And of course, Monica was here, but I can't make a. If I was to make a story, I can't do it in Kissy on this channel using the Kissy language. I can't. That will be very unfair unless I do it and then translate. You know, that's okay. I think if someone translates, if we can do a story and then translate and explain to you what we are talking about, I think you'll be able to understand. You know. So so that's the reality on the ground. There's this Mzee who wants me to go and meet him. I think he wants to say something to the people who already heard the story. But at least now, at least you know about the story. Hello, Winsome. She says hello to Elizabeth, I think. Yeah. Oh, she wants to tell me she's still here with me. Thank you, Winsome. Thank you, thank you. So that's the reality on the ground. I hope Elizabeth heard about this family, the Janet family. So, so the story is still pending. I need to go and visit Christopher today. I meet him and make a story with him. When I went there, one of my subscribers from Farmer Issa YouTube channel, I told him that, you know what, I'm here. He was also following the story. I told him I'm with Christopher, and he was very happy. And he said, can I kindly talk to Christopher? I want to tell him that. And when he had the opportunity to speak to him, actually told him we have heard the story. And yeah, it's very interesting. It's very interesting. It sparked mixed reactions among the viewers. I tell you, if you were able to listen in Kissy, you could just wonder how people are trying to create stories out here because they want to undermine, you know. And they've gone ahead to tell Now people, especially the villagers, I heard one of them saying uh, that he should come and tell us if he has something to give that he wants to give Janet. He should feel free. He calls people around and then he gives he gives Janet what he wants to give her. You know what he wants to give her. So in other words, when we want to interpret that, it means sometimes that maybe it's all about witchcraft. That this man, Christopher, is an elderly man, by the way. He is almost in his 90s. That he has some witchcraft practice that he wants to pass, which is false. Actually, that's false. That's a way of also intimidating that Christopher. So that's the story that we have. I tell you, it was really. So Janet says she was never married at Tom's place. You know, she wants to tell us that Tom never paid dowry. But Tom says, of course, they didn't pay physical dowry to Janet's home, but when Janet's father was sick, he came to my place, and in a way, I was expensed. I was expensed for his treatment, but I'm not saying that I can't really pay something in return as a dowry, because it's cultural. It has to be something physical has to be done, or some agreement has to be done between the two. So Tom says he still intends to get something for the family. So, but she had many kids with him. Now Tom says, those are my children, please. You know, that's what Tom says. And Tom says he has the birth certificates. I think those who have already watched this story, he was suggesting that YouTubers should go, or the media personalities should go and visit Tom and interview him and get to see his story. You know, so Tom says even the Tom family, like the place where Tom comes from, someone went there. The one who really brought out the truth went there and was like, they were like, indeed, Janet was here. She was married here. She's the one who was already constructed this house. They were even showing the house that Janet has constructed. But now she says, when she's being asked, she says, I went there as a girlfriend. And in our culture, you can't live with someone as a girlfriend. You know, that one is being done in Europe and the USA. If you are together for some time and you have children, then it means you're married. Dowry should come last. You know, when she went to Henry's place, was she already pregnant with Tom or Enoch's baby? I said Enoch. Oh, Enoch was or Enoch's baby. Thank you so much, because you are very careful. I think now that's where the problem is. I think that's where the problem is. You know, it's like the second baby and the first baby, according to Janet, sorry. You know, I want to say what she says. Enoch was who broke up, yes. Who broke them up? Yeah, sure. So according to Janet, she says when she was a young girl, she came to stay with her sister at Henry's place. And in the process, while she was in school, she got friendship with Henry, and he impregnated That's how she got her first daughter. The first one, who is already grown up, and in fact, she's married, I'm told. Um, can you imagine triple? You already understand the story. And she also says she never wanted to get married to Henry, but her sister and Henry, that's according to Janet, in a way, they created situations that could lead to a second born. That they sent her to get, I don't know, some banana from Henry's place, and in the process they met. That's the statement she's making. They met, and and she was pregnant for the second child. I think that boy. But all those stories, when we listen, of course, we don't rule out the fact that they could be Henry's children. But her statements are all false. Yes, the banana. Most of her statements are very false. And that's why people are like, Janet is lying. They were not even ready for the DNA, because if we had Enoch, for example, we have Tom. And then at some point, of course, Janet only accepts that the last born, is Tom's son. So when she left Henry's place, she went back to Tom. And now she says, I've been living together with Tom, and the only child that I got with Tom is the last born. Can you imagine? Complicated situation. Very complicated. So how she was doing it in the first place, she was even acting, and she was crying. She was saying a lot of things. I wish I would send you the link and see how she's doing it. She's crying, and people, when they were listening, they were all like, oh, what's happening with Janet? The father-in-law is doing very bad things. He's talking bad things about Janet, and she wants to, there's a way we feel for the widows. You understand? Even you said you felt like, I have to support these widows. So the feeling came for them, and they were quickly sending money to Janet. But honestly speaking, this man called Christopher, the father-in-law, is really in trouble. Of course, with him, I also said, okay, with me, my own perception, because we could have different perceptions. Jacqueline never accuses him so much in participating in sending him her way. He says it wasn't his wish. It was in a way force-free, meant to accompany those who were sending her away for the figure, like the father figure, like the authority. He was put there authoritative free, to send her away. But he wasn't. That's according to Jacqueline herself. I wish I could meet her. She could speak English, by the way. She's a teacher. She says she never participated, like, from his heart. He never participated from his heart to send him away. But I accuse him, because for me, I feel like he could stand like a man of that home and say, my daughter-in-law is not going anywhere, because he had that power to do so at that particular time. But in a way, okay, Jacqueline says, I think we could love to hear from him, but Jacqueline says it wasn't his wish. That's according to Jacqueline for sure. But for me, I feel like he could have done better, another thing that I think, what else did he do wrong? I think that's what he did wrong for me. That's where the problem is. Now he's really in trouble. The villagers are against him. They want to call him a witch man. I don't know how we call it in Kisi. A witch. When somebody is a witch, they want to call him a witch. They want to accuse him of wanting to have what? To have Janet as his wife, which is against the culture and against the morals and of the Kisi people and all that. So There's a lot. There's a lot. So that's the story I wanted to go and meet Christopher. I wish he was able to speak in English, but even if he doesn't speak, at least now you know the story. It's a lot. It's a lot of issues between them, but I tell you, when one of these YouTubers who revealed a story and brought the truth to the table, and everyone could be able to see, uh, Janet was like, okay, was she? That man is called Kaka. Okay, Kaka, you have been successful to make sure that I am leaving this home. When I leave this home, I'm coming to your place. I want to go back to Tom's place. So it's an issue that it was really very much complicated. Some cultural issues in between, um, but it was really very bad. It was in bad situation. People were like, people at the end of the day, when people realized that Janet was lying, they were really very, 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 very disappointed. But they haven't gotten the opportunity to talk to or to engage Christopher, and that's the gap that I want to that's the gap that I want to preach. Like those who watched Janet and made their mind and got to understand the story. At first they were accusing Christopher, but now Christopher is in the dark. He still remains hurt. His reputation has been undermined, and like he's just in the dark. And I was like, can I do something? So he calls me there. He wants to make a statement. Uh, I had promised him to visit him today. It's already what? It's already it's 1:40 p.m. I think there's still time. So what do you think, Vanilla, Triple Vanilla? Should I make my way there, meet him, allow him to make his statement? You know, what do you think? So he says, well, thank you for translating story because some of us can't understand the language and could have never heard it. Yeah, for sure. That's how complicated it is. When if you were able to listen to how they are speaking and how they are like for example Janet and even the other parties, especially from Tom's place. Even Tom has been called. She's on speaker. He's on speaker. Sorry. Even the family from Janet's place, they are all wondering what's happening. And even for the accusations about Christopher wanting Janet, he's like, "Oh man, I'm this old. I'm no longer strong. How can I want to have this lady? And how on earth can that happen? You know, with such an old man like me, you know." So we need to hear what happens now. So please go speak with them if you are able to. Yeah, for sure. I think now at least you know about it. I think I need to go and check him, of course, and talk to him. At least now you know about the story. Um, um, I need to go and talk to him. His name is called Christopher, and get to hear what he wants to talk. Maybe I may ask him a few questions. I may not want to go deep because already the story is out there, and I may not want to arouse his feelings once again. But I may want to give him the opportunity to talk. And here in Kenya nowadays they are saying you speak and it gets out of you. It's like something is troubling you, so if you speak, it will get out of you. So I wanna give him the opportunity to speak, and it will get out of him. So so now we know what farmer Issa thinks about when working. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's what's happening here in the village. I may want to get Jacqueline. I think one of the people that I know who speak English is Jacqueline. And probably if I manage to get someone from that village who will speak English, that would be better for me. To at least, I want to ask them a few questions. Uh, for the sake of the people are really very much disturbed. People are really very disgusted by how the community is treating Christopher. You know, a number of issues arise. Uh, Land, for example, land is an issue here in the village. So I think people are like Christopher has some big land. So they, especially the neighbors, now they feel like Janet has to be there. That's one of the things that came along. And also another issues that people want to learn from them is the fact that when people give false testimonies, this leads to people being jailed for life. This leads to people being killed, especially in our community. If someone says you are a witch, and the community agrees with him or her, then the community can easily come and kill you. Can you imagine? They can easily come and kill you, and it's something that we really don't wish to happen for Christopher. They're accusing him of being a witch. Can you imagine? So, and it's something that happens for many other people out there who don't have this opportunity to come and tell the people out there that, I'm being falsely accused. People give false testimonies. They want to say that he is a witch. I'm not saying he is not, but from what we have already watched and seen, he is not a witch. Okay, he's not. Because how come that they are giving 90% false? How can I agree with this one? So Janet has all the answers. She brought all the drama. Yeah, she brought all the drama, and people were able to. Okay, people came to conclude that her intentions were to get support from the online community. It's common here in the village. If people realize that you are being mistreated, if people realize that you are being undermined, they sympathize with you. Especially our people who are in diaspora, in abroad. They are the most who watch these videos. They'll be able to support you in a way. But now, in the expense of someone's peace of mind, in the expense of someone's reputation, in the expense of someone's life. So that's very wrong, and that's what's happening out there. And I think I need to organize and travel to who? To Christopher's home, make a video with him, and probably air it tomorrow morning because of the time difference. I realized that if I do it between 7 to 10 or 11, you may not be awake, especially you trip of running. So I may do it. I may try to edit that story so at least I air it on tomorrow morning between 5, 6, 7, 8. Even a time like this, I think there's no problem. So at least you get to understand how it went, and you want to listen to Christopher. Yes, that's what's happening in the village, guys. In the villages of Africa, people give false information. And mark you, uh, here in the villages of Kisi, we live communally. We live communally. You know, we live communally in the sense that um, um, my neighbors, my immediate neighbors, we are related. You know, our ancestors, we share our grandfathers. You know, like my immediate neighbor here is my cousin. Like his father and my father are brothers in the sense that the father is the same, only different mothers. You know, so my grandfather had, I think, 4 wives. So that's how it happens. Like my neighbor, we are related. Uh, so in a way, I don't live singular life. We live in a communal way. So if the community turns against you, if the village turns against you, you find it rough, very rough. And it doesn't mean that you are wrong. Trust me, it doesn't mean that you are wrong. If you're hardworking, I was at his place. I realized that this man is a very hardworking man. He's an old man, but he's very hardworking. If you're a hardworking man, you have your things going straight. You know, you have tea, you have bananas. Like I realized that he has already planted corn. You know, others have not planted. You know, so he's a hardworking man, and I think he's also it's like also some large piece of land. So people tend to be jealous of you. I want to be very honest about it in the African village, you know. So that's why I feel like people are falsely accusing her. That's the village people, but we'll get to know the real reason as why. Um, but I don't need that. We need to get to know the real reason. The reason is Janet has got the upper hand to convince the villagers to rally against Christopher. So that's what's happening in the village. So I need to go and check on Christopher today. I think I'll be there, and I hope we'll get to listen to him and hear him talk. So thank you. That's by the way. That's by the way. And Christopher's story is just one amongst very many other stories that we don't get to hear, we don't get to know, you know. Janet's story is just one among very many that we don't get to 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 hear or listen to, you know. But it just happens. It just happens. But I think there's a lot to learn from him. There's a lot to learn from Janet. There's a lot to learn from Tom. There's a lot to learn from Jacqueline. Like, for example, Jacqueline is being sent away simply because she's barren. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? And it's something that has always affected an African community, especially the African communities, sorry. But we need to learn something out of this story. I wish we were able to meet Jacqueline. At some point, I may want to meet her. And she gives her story in English so that at least people can get to understand fully how it went and how it started. So thank you if you're watching for the first time and perhaps you haven't given a like to the video. First of all, my name is Farmer Issa. I come from Kisii, Kenya, and I'm glad to host you today. So I want to ask you to give a like to the video and subscribe if you haven't subscribed, please. I'm having these chickens here. These are 2 weeks old chickens. Yeah, you see? They're relaxing, having fun, great time here. So thank you so much for the likes. I can see 9 likes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. If you can tell us where you're watching from and what's the time over there, I would really appreciate. Oh, they're scared. I'm making crabs and they're like, Janet has all the answers. Yeah, for sure. She has all the answers. So what is what we're having here? Yeah. So thank you once again. Thank you. I really appreciate for the likes. 9 likes. Next, let's make them 10, and we'll call it a day. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the likes. Thank you, Triple Vanille. Thank you for being here for all this time since I started the channel, the live stream. I really appreciate. I really appreciate. I really appreciate. Thank you so much. Thank you. Let's make 10 likes. Give likes for the chicks, please. Likes, if you like the chicks, kindly give them a like. Please, let's give them a like. We need them 10. If you haven't given a like, let's give a like to these chicks. Let's give a like to these chicks. 10. I want to see 10 likes, please. 10 likes. 10 likes. Let's give them 10 likes. 10. Oh, 10. I can see 10 views. Let's give them 10 likes, please. 10 likes. If you like the chicks, 10 likes. Let's get them 10 likes. 10 likes. Who's gonna do it for me, please? Let's give 10 likes. Let's give them 10 likes. No one is doing it. Let's do it, please. Let's do it, please. 10 likes. Yeah, so thank you once again, Triple. I appreciate your being here. Thank you so much, Winsome. Thank you so much, Monica O. Thank you so much. The other ones, S-Phone. Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate. Calabo, thank you so much. May God bless you and each and every one of you who watched. Thank you so much. Nissen J was here area. I really appreciate. May God bless you so much. I think I'll see you next time. Thank you. Thank you. It's still very hot here, for sure. It is very hot. It's still very hot here. And we have this goat, and it's having nice time down here under the shade. Oh, wow. So it's very hot. It's still very hot, but we are expecting some rain. That's the good thing. So I think I'll end this video here as I organize myself to visit Christopher and then get to hear what he has for us, what he wishes to say, and then we will link up next time. I can see 8 people still watching. Let's give a like. If you haven't given a like, please. I wanted us to make it 10, so at least I end the live stream. I wanted us to make it 10, please. Yeah, I can see 9 watching. Let's make it 10 likes. Let's make it 10. Yeah, Winsome says bye. Thank you so much, Winsome. Thank you so much, Winsome. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Triple says triple ticks. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. And by the way, thank you so much for the support. Oh, it's 10. Wow. It's 10 now. It's 10. It's 10. I think that's what you wanted to tell me. Wow, thank you. I really appreciate. It's been amazing. It's been interactive. You know, I want to thank you so much, Triple. Thank you so much, Winsome. I really appreciate. See you next time. I hope we'll catch up next time. This was just amazing having you here on my live stream. Can you imagine? Yeah, I hope people will not still extend the criticism for having you here. You know, um, if somebody gonna do it, he should tell me why he or she wasn't here. Yeah, so thank you. I want to appreciate from the bottom of my heart for having you here. It was just amazing. Yeah, so see you next time for my Issa. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye bye. Bye bye. See you next time. Bye.